What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another video. Today we're checking out Time Lapse of the Future, A Journey to the End of Time by Melody Sheep. This is a very long video, just under half an hour, so yeah, you might want to get a drink or a snack or anything, you know, just sit down because this is a long one. I have my drink, you know, I'm ready for this. Yeah, Journey to the End of Time. This was a suggestion, so be sure to get your suggestions in the comments below and subscribe if you are new. But yeah, I'm sure this video is going to be really good. It's got a lot of views, man. And yeah, let's see what the hell is going to happen in this time lapse of the future. I don't know how many years that entails or anything like that, but we're going to get into this video. Yeah, I'll probably pause it a few times in there, but yeah, we'll see. Let's go. Damn it, advert. What does the future look like? I don't know. Before we get into this, you guys let me know in the comments, right? What do you think the future looks like? As in the next 20-30 years. What new advancements do you think will be made? You know, flying cars. I heard that's very impossible. Do you think we'll be able to like regrow body parts, stuff like that? You guys let me know your predictions in the comments below before we get into this. Let's take a journey to the end of time. Okay. Doubling our speed every 5 seconds. Okay. (2019).
The Holocene has ended.
Is that Attenborough?
What we do now, and in the next few years, will profoundly affect the next few thousand years.
Is that from The Martian, that little bit?
The only conditions modern humans have ever known so far are changing, and changing fast.
I just want to take a moment. The animations are insane, bro.
Nothing stays the same on this planet. Everything changes. The Earth is going into one of these jumps, and you don't know what is going to be on the other side of those jumps. The Earth is over.
So we're already in the year 3000 at this point. And we're only 1 minute 25 in. So, what more? Like, oh, this is gonna be idiot. Don't stop talking. So yeah, we're only 1 minute 25 in, and we're only this far. So.
Always jumping.
A magnetic global flip.
Things move on this planet. Things are not still. Everything is turning.
Constellations begin to wander. Voyager passes nearby star. At this point we're 6, 7 million, 8 million years. Deadly gamma ray burst. Antarctica melts. Okay. New supercontinent.
As it begins to run out of fuel, the sun won't simply fade away to nothing. Its core will collapse, and the extra heat this generates will cause its outer layers to expand.
Hold on, let's just go back 5 seconds.
Will cause its outer layers to expand.
All life dies at a rough, like, what is that, 3 billion? The year 3,154,000,000, etc., etc. All life will be gone from Earth, officially. according to this. Earth is destroyed.
The sun is now dead. Its remains slowly cooling in the freezing temperatures of deep space. The fate of the sun is the same as for all stars. One day, they must all eventually die and the cosmos will be plunged into eternal night.
All stars
1
eventually
trillion years.
will run out of fuel. The temperature of the universe drops. The stars, one by one, in the night sky, will turn off. And there'll be no more new stars created. And so that the universe will end not with a bang, but with a whimper. And not in fire, but in ice.
Degenerate era. With the death of the last sun, the age of starlight comes to an end. So, in essence, it's saying the universe is going to end in a big freeze. We learned like 3 things at school that they said the universe could come to an end. One was like the big crunch, one was the big freeze, and I don't remember the third one. But I'm pretty sure my physics teacher said they disproved most of those. I can't remember exactly what he said the end looks like, but yeah, let's continue on. Basically just the graveyard of dead stars. Our sun is a white dwarf.
With no fuel left to burn, a white dwarf's faint glow comes from the last residual heat from its extinguished furnace. Looking at it from where the Earth is now, it would only generate the same amount of light as the full moon on a clear night. The faint glow of white dwarfs will provide the only illumination in a dark and empty void littered with dead stars and black holes.
In some ways, it's kind of a ghost universe. It's the corpses, the zombie stars, that will take us into the future.
Over time, gravity ejects dead stars and planets from their galaxy, sending them out into a freezing void. Okay. By chance, some brown dwarfs collide and form accidental new stars. Okay. So in essence, it kind of restarts. Colliding neutron stars puncture the darkness with ultra bright supernovae. Okay. Any surviving life forms may find refuge around aging white dwarfs. Right, because there'll be a little bit of heat. What is that? Yep, white dwarfs will eventually fade. 1 trillion years, okay.
A black dwarf will be the final fate of those last stars. White dwarfs that have become so cold that they barely emit any more heat or light. Black dwarfs are dark, dense, decaying balls of degenerate matter. Little more than the ashes of stars.
Okay.
Their constituent atoms are so severely crushed that black dwarfs are 1,000,000 times denser than our sun.
1,000,000 times denser. 1,000,000 times denser. So surely there's quite a high gravitational pull on that. I don't know if he mentioned that or not. But yeah, so far we're only 7 minutes in and we're 235 trillion years in. So I'm not sure how they've still got another 22 minutes of this, but you know.
Stars take so long to reach this point. We believe there are currently no black dwarfs in the universe.
Would you not be able to see them though, if they were? Any matter that fails to escape its galaxy is sucked into the supermassive black hole at the center. Right. Long dormant black holes flare up in a blaze of glory. The rotational energy of black holes becomes the last reliable source of power for any exotic future civilizations. Okay.
We have a pace of life that's based on really the energy available to us now. You could imagine living conscious systems which have a very different pace and therefore can extend out at least a lot farther than you'd imagine otherwise. You could have a living system where if it had a thought every 10 trillion years, that would seem normal. Even if our life dies out, one could imagine at some time arbitrarily far in the future, a fluctuation occurs which allows intelligent life to exist again for a little while. So you might have islands in time of intelligence.
As the expansion of the universe accelerates and begins to spread matter apart faster than the speed of light. Okay. But by this point, distant galaxies and stars are receding so fast that their light has become undetectable. Right. The secrets of the cosmos are locked away forever. Current theories predict that atoms themselves will begin to decay, destroying all remaining matter in the universe. Okay.
A proton, one of the fundamental building blocks of atomic matter, of what makes us up, can just spontaneously fall apart.
Any material that evades the pull of a black hole eventually dies away as its protons disintegrate.
Frozen decay is still unproven, and so this chapter of the future could look very different in light of new discoveries. Okay, so it's all just a prediction at this point. I mean, most of it is a prediction, but you get what I mean.
The matter inside black dwarfs, the last matter in the universe, will eventually evaporate away and be carried off into the void as radiation, leaving absolutely nothing behind.
Black hole era, so there'll only be black holes left. Okay.
With the black dwarfs gone, there won't be a single atom of matter left. All that will remain of our once rich cosmos will be particles of light and black holes.
Some of this music is interesting. No planets, no stars, no lingering stellar remnants. for life to cling to. So life will be 100% gone by this point. Yet even now, time has only just begun to tick. Really? We're very, very far in. On the scale of a human lifetime, the universe has just emerged from the womb. Okay. Cold, dark, and empty. This is how the cosmos will spend most of its life. Our universe gives life only a brief moment to shine, a haven in time, safe from its fiery birth and icy death.
The arrow of time creates a bright window in the universe's adolescence, during which life is possible. But it's a window that doesn't stay open for long. As a fraction of the lifespan of the universe, as measured from its beginning to the evaporation of the last black hole, life, as we know it, is only possible for 1,000th of a billion billionth of a percent.
Okay.
Black holes become the fundamental building block of the universe. A galaxy will basically be a supermassive black hole in a center with smaller black holes orbiting it.
Zombie galaxies filled with black holes.
Zombie galaxies. That sounds cool, man.
Continue to evolve.
Obviously not good for life, but it just sounds cool.
They'll eat each other and they'll get bigger, and maybe they'll fall into the supermassive black hole and it'll get bigger. The universe will still be an exciting, dynamic place. It's just that the timescales you're talking about are now trillions of years instead of thousands or millions of years.
In this far-flung age, black hole mergers become the main event. Well, I mean, there's nothing more else that can happen. Some grow to enormous sizes, possibly trillions of times the mass of our sun. When they merge, they send out powerful gravity waves that resonate throughout the universe.
Black holes
Should be
can bang
gravitational.
on space-time like mallets on a drum. And they have a very characteristic song. Imagine two black holes that have lived a long life together. At the end of their lives, they're going around each other, crossing thousands of kilometers in a fraction of a second. As they do so, they leave behind in their wake a ringing of space, an actual wave on space-time. Space squeezes and stretches as it emanates out from these black holes banging on the universe. Those are the gravitational waves. They are literally the sounds of space ringing. And they will travel out from these black holes at the speed of light as they ring down and coalesce to one spinning, quiet black hole.
Okay.
If you were standing near enough, your ear would resonate with the squeezing and stretching of space. You would literally hear the sound.
Okay then. The amount of years it takes for one of these to merge is insane.
Imagine a lighter black hole falling into a very heavy black hole. The sound you're hearing is a light black hole banging on space each time it gets close. As it falls in, it gets faster and it gets louder.
Scientists used to think black holes were immortal, but even these will one day die.
Okay.
Now we're talking about timescales of unimaginable length, quadrillions of years into the future. On that timescale, even the black holes begin to evaporate.
According to quantum mechanics, space is filled with virtual particles and antiparticles that are constantly materializing in pairs, separating, coming together again, and annihilating each other. In the presence of a black hole, one member of a pair of virtual particles may fall into the hole, leaving the other member without a partner with which to annihilate. The forsaken particle appears to be radiation emitted by the black hole. And so, black holes are not eternal. They evaporate away at an increasing rate until they vanish in a gigantic explosion.
Okay. The black holes now
Quantum
begin to die.
mechanics has allowed particles and radiation to escape from the ultimate prison, a black hole.
Black holes begin to evaporate away, erasing the last large-scale structures in the universe. As they die, they light up the darkness one by one. Kind of like fireworks, yeah? As black holes slowly die off, the universe continues to expand, driven by a mysterious force we don't yet understand, okay? Which is dark energy, right? This is the frontier of human knowledge, a frontier ripe for exploration and discovery.
Philosophers and poets have asked the question, will the world end in fire or ice? We can now give an answer. The latest evidence shows that the universe is not slowing down, but it's speeding up out of control. And the universe, we think, will die in ice. Trillions upon trillions of years from now.
Empty space.
You know, one question I have on this point is, what is the universe expanding into exactly? You know what I mean? Like, it's expanding, but what is it expanding into? As in, what space is it occupying? You know what I mean? That's what I want to know. But yeah, I'm assuming there isn't any answer to that. But if anyone has an answer or has a theory, leave it in the comments below. Let's continue.
Space itself has energy. In every little cubic centimeter of space, whether or not there's stuff, whether or not there's particles, matter, radiation, or whatever, there is still energy even in the space itself. And this energy, according to Einstein, exerts a push on the universe.
What is the weird stuff that's accelerating the universe? We call it dark energy. And this stuff is the dominant stuff of the universe. Almost 3/4 of the matter-energy content of the universe is this dark energy. And we don't know what it is.
Dark energy, unlike matter or radiation, does not dilute away as the universe expands. This has crucial implications for what the universe is going to do in the future.
So what will be the future of the universe? Well, if the dark energy remains dominant and repulsive, the universe will expand forever.
Alright, That makes sense.
Faster and faster and faster with time. A runaway universe.
70% of the energy of the universe resides in empty space, and we don't understand why. But we do know what will happen. If that energy continues to be there, the universe will become cold and dark and empty. That's the future as it might be. We don't know because we don't yet understand the nature of dark energy. Until we do, we won't know the future. We won't even understand our own origins, and that's why we want to know and study this subject.
Discovering the true nature of dark energy could change our vision of the future dramatically. Yeah. If it somehow weakens over time, the universe can collapse under gravity, a big crunch, like I mentioned earlier. Which, given a boost, it could tear the universe apart at the seams, big rip. Physicists increasingly suspect there are multiple universes beyond our own, each with their own unique laws of physics. Some would harbour the right conditions for life, others could collapse or be ripped apart. Others still could be far more exotic than anything we could imagine. So what happens if universes collide then? That's probably way far past anyone's knowledge at this point. New pieces of the puzzle are out somewhere waiting to be found.
The forecast does seem to be for an ever colder, ever emptier universe. But then, of course, we have to ask, could that end lead to a new beginning? And there are ideas whereby what actually is the end of our universe could in some sense be linked to the beginning of a new one.
Some speculate there may even be ways to escape our universe before entropy erases everything. We could create simulated visual universes without enough energy to create another one just like ours. Like the Matrix.
We've worked out the mathematics, the equations. They seem to say that if you have an atom smasher that can concentrate tremendous amounts of energy at a single point, you can perhaps open up a gateway, a baby universe. Facing the death of everything there is, this perhaps is their only possibility of escape. And this also raises a very intriguing possibility, sheer speculation of course, that perhaps any universe that has intelligent life in it will create baby universes, will create lifeboats, and proliferate child universes.
Makes sense.
So an evolution may take among universes in the multiverse. Survival of the fittest may take place. So those universes which do not have intelligent life are infertile. They have no children. But those universes that have mild temperatures, stars like us, would create civilizations that can open up.
So what he's saying is that, in essence, any really intelligent life will be able to create their own sub-universe or create a new one and start existing there to continue on. And any forms of intelligent life will be able to do that, almost creating a life super, what's the word? I don't want to say super race. That makes me sound like Hitler. But like creating the best of I guess that's the best way to put it. And only the best forms of life will be able to create these new universes and exist forever, basically, whereas ones that can't will just evaporate away and be lost forever. Okay.
Child universes, and they would then proliferate.
If there is no way to escape the universe, then entropy will march on, destroying the last remaining supermassive black holes. As the last one explodes and dies, it bathes the universe in light one last time.
After an unimaginable length of time, even the black holes will have evaporated, and the universe will be nothing but a sea of photons gradually tending towards the same temperature as the expansion of the universe cools them towards absolute zero. Once the very last remnants of the very last stars have finally decayed away to nothing, and everything reaches the same temperature, the story of the universe finally comes to an end.
Time becomes meaningless.
For the first time in its life, the universe will be permanent and unchanging. Entropy finally stops increasing because the cosmos cannot get any more disordered. Nothing happens, and it keeps not happening forever.
Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learn whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. Helen Keller. Crafted by Melody Sheep. Everybody give him a round of applause. What a great video. Is that it? Okay, so the end of that video, man. What a great video, man. Great work from the uploader, Melody Sheep. Obviously took a lot of work, and yeah, it's just really, like I've said in past videos about when we've read to stuff like this, how insignificant human life really is, because you saw, I mean, in the first few minutes, humans were pretty much gone forever, provided they don't make another universe and stuff. And I learned a lot. I mean, my mind's kind of blown in many ways. I mean, when we got to about 10 minutes, I was like, what else could really happen? But yeah, really great video, man. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation because we don't actually know what dark energy and dark matter and stuff like that is. And if we can understand that, we might be able to, like he said, create our own universe or change our status right now. And I'm sure we'll be able to figure out what it is, because human race has a great way of inventing stuff and discovering things. So yeah, man, you guys let me know what you thought of that video, man. Leave me suggestions. Thank you if you managed to watch all of it, or even if you just watched some of it, man. Not that you'd know if you didn't make it this far. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.